Now let's talk about implicit data templates. Implicit data templates give you a lot more power and flexibility to address scenarios where you may not have a one-to-one mapping between a given data object type and the control where a specific data template is supposed to be used for that object type. Basically, an implicit data template gets associated automatically with a data-bound object based on the type of that object when it's being rendered. For implicit data templates to work, the data template has to be defined in a resource dictionary that is in scope wherever that data-bound control is going to be. So down below you can see we have a content control that's binding to a current view model, and we place the data template in a resource dictionary that is somewhere upstream of that. It could be a resource dictionary directly on the content control, on the containing grid, on the containing window, or out at application scope. As long as it is at the same scope or a higher scope in terms of resources from the control that's going to be data binding and looking for a data template. Next, we have to have a data type property on our data template that matches up to the concrete type of a data-bound object in that data binding context. So our content down below is binding to a current view model. That current view model can be one of several types. And in this case, it's checking the type of that object. And if it matches up to be a explicit data templates view model, then this is the appropriate data template for it. And it will automatically select that and use it to render it out. Note the use of the X-type markup extension. Make sure you use that. It's very tempting to just put the type name itself in quotes there, and then the data template won't work as expected. And basically, implicit data templates give you a lot of flexibility now because the object that shows up through a binding, such as this current view model, can dynamically change over time between different types. And then the data template can select the appropriate visual representation based on that type. So it could either be pushing a different view model into this content property, as shown in this example, or it could be something like a list box with a collection of different types of objects in the collection based on some common base type, such as product, where each derived type has its own specific data template mapped to it. So let's take a look at a demo of using implicit data templates to facilitate view switching in a view model scenario.